Wow. Okay. So are you feeling some emotions, good or bad, or about somebody? Or are you flowing with your emotions? We've went through now we're in Aries, we're in the sign of Aries. But, we went through the Pisces, all of that emotional, feeling like instability, and are we grounded? And we're done with it. But, it has a little bit of a residual or hangover effect, doesn't it? And it might be that some of you guys are still dealing with who you love, what you love. So let's talk about it. The first card is the Seven of Cups. This is so funny. I'm not sure I've seen so many Chalice cards come up in one reading with 5 cards. The Seven of Cups is indicating to me that you have opportunities and you're fantasizing about, okay, which ones? Oh, they could all be great. It's a feeling of needing to be grounded, Sagittarius, because you're looking at some of the stuff is good, some of the opportunities or people in your life that have come forth recently are awesome for you. Some of them are obstructive, and they won't allow you to move forward like you need to. Let me just put it that way. So it's very smart of you to discern with your emotional barometer, if you will, who is good for you, who's not. So when you're thinking of a person and you've met them and they're new and they ask you out, whether this is man or woman, it goes either way these ways, it seems like these days. Does this feel good? If a flag comes up, red flag? No, it probably doesn't. So be discerning. And this is about any type of love interest, project that's offered to you. Something I've been studying recently, and I'm sure that a lot of you all have heard of it, is called the human design concept. And it's based on our genetics, and it's very, very interesting. All you need to know really is the same as what you need to know for your astrology chart. Is, of course, your birth name, date, and time of birth. And it's called the human design chart. And you'll find out which type of personality you are. There's basically 5, because two of them are separate and then they work together. But I guess what I'm saying here is that it's a great way to learn where your emotions, some people have an emotional barometer. Some people in this particular design have a splenic based on your spleen, believe it or not. Some people are egoic. So, and then that's just your emotional authority. You may be a manifestor, a generator, and those of you all who know what I'm talking about, and you're going, yeah. Those of you who don't, I suggest that this might be a good time to check in human design and find out who you are, what your chart is, what genetic personality did you come into this life with. I'm just saying, with all these cut cards, it might be an interesting time to do that. I know you're Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I know that. And this next card is very much a fire sign card. So this is the King of Wands, and this would be you, Sagittarius. Probably so. And so I'm feeling like there's a lot of emotions around you. It's almost like a boat tipping backwards, tipping forwards, and going sideways, and maybe in circles too. So it may also be that the people around you are feeling emotion. I'm hearing some people might be feeling emotional distraught, and maybe you're the King of Wands that comes in and helps comfort them and inspire them and lead them into a new path, a new direction. You might be the King of Wands who is a mentor or I have a friend who's an astrologist, and he's a Sagittarius. So you might do that. You might do some of what I do for a living. You might be a social worker, a teacher, a business advisor, a counselor. You might be any of those things, but this is coming forth. You see how there's a lot of red in this card. He's the fire. So he's mastered the art of his passion and what he loves in life, and making that ring true for him and his emotions and his abundance and everything else. And so I think you're working on some emotions or some emotional activity. Feels like a social invitation's coming to you. Here's the Knight of Cups. A proposition or proposal around this. And there's celebratory feelings and parties that are around this social engagement. So this could be a graduation, which is coming soon, college, both college, high school, or some adults that are just now graduating. That could be. It could be a romantic feeling that, you're asked out on a date, you're asked to go to a concert, and there's a party afterwards, and there's celebration, and you've had a great time. But since this knight is offering his cup out, and it's facing these three women who are holding their cup up of cheers. So whatever this is fruitful for you. I feel like you become more grounded and discern which cup it is you want to offer. I mean, seriously, you're like so overly fantasized and stimulated with the emotions and opportunities available that make you feel like, this could make my heart sing, or this could make me feel abundant, or this could make me happy, or this could make me cheerful, or this could, help me get up in the morning and be motivated. I feel like you get clear. You become yourself, this king again. And through it, you decide what feels good. And there's celebration around that, like I said. And then the Queen of Cups comes up. And it's like the resolve card of mastering and feeling the essence of your emotions by the end of the month. And what all has transpired during this month and first 2 weeks. Like I said, this is really for April 1st through the 14th. But I did say by the end of the month. So I'm going to go with that because I feel like by the end of April, you will have moved through some emotions. Sometimes what we need to do is, when we hear something that either makes us feel good or not, especially with the nods, is we need to not just blow it off, but to let it move through us, acknowledge it, and say, okay, I get it, I feel it, and not hold it in, because holding it in can affect the health. It can affect emotional state and mental state. So I feel like by the end of this month, at least, you're going to feel like you're in your emotional tracks. You're on track. You're this queen. This queen could also be a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, sun, moon, or rising. It could be that some of you all have a fancy, if you will, that's an old-fashioned word, isn't it, for a water sign, male or female. This could be a romantic combination between the two, or at least you have a fantasy about them. It could even be someone that is public. I'm feeling like it could be that, maybe a celebrity or whatever celebrities whether they're an actor or a musician, whatever category, artist, whatever they fall in. I feel like this could be a non-physical, but that you just think that they're like queen of the world, queen of their emotions, queen of their heart, because she's wearing green, and that is the heart chakra color. So you have a lot going on here, Sagittarius. I'm really liking all the emotions. You guys be sure and leave me comments. And again, this is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If it doesn't resonate, then watch your Moon and Rising for sure, because this is so specific to water and how you feel. It's the feeling suit. The cups are. Okay. All right. So the Harvest card comes up, which is the same as the Judgment card. So there's a day of reckoning. That's what Judgment is the reckoning or in rebirth. And through all this, I feel like you're going to rebirth new emotions, rebirth new feelings. You're going to see the fruits of that. Interesting. You're putting away some of you're just saying, that's it, with some of the thoughts and ideas that haven't served you. She's doing like a little ritual here. And she's putting, this is a 10 of Swords, so she's putting all of her negative thoughts into this cauldron. She's sending it up in smoke into the forest and letting it go away. So some of you are really, that might be what this is seeing a new perspective on different parts of your life, whether it be your physical body, your health, your children, your relationships. Knight of Swords, okay, because you're ready to move forward, or it could be more than that. There's someone who's an air sign. The Knights are all about forward movement. So this could be an air sign, which could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, who helps hold your hand, or who is giving you the, come on, let's giddy up, let's go, I feel like you're in a state of flow this month, and this person's like wanting to take charge, and this may or may not be the best feeling for you. So there is going to be a sense of balance for you. Some of you have wanted to watch your money. You're feeling, this card is the feeling of being miserly, watching your bottom line, your finances. You may have some debts to pay out. And so you need some stability and foundation and structure. You're watching your bottom line. We do that. Then the Star card comes up, and of course there's more water. So this is the Star card. This is when the planets align, the stars align, everything is in your favor. You become the star, and it's not through, it's not an easy road, but it is a road that brings enlightenment, hope, accomplishment, achievement, and internal achievement as well. So that may be why all of these, I said the water signs are about our internal feelings, that you gain spiritual wisdom throughout all these emotions that are going on. And, some of them are internal. Some of them, it feels like this could be an actual celebration. All right. Okay, Sagittarius, I'm going to add up the original 5 cards. And we have the 7, 8, 9, and 3 is 12, 13. I'll do it backwards. Some of them are ones. So 1, 3 is 4, 5, 12, 12, and 7 is 19. Okay, so we're going to do it for a third time because I'm not sure that's what I got the first time. This is too easy, but we'll do it the third time's a charm. 1 and 3 is 4, 5, 6, and 7 is 13. I didn't do it right the second time, did I? Okay, so that's why, we check, and what do they say? Measure twice. What's that saying? I know that any of you all who have been in the design world or the construction world, they, always check yourself is what I'm saying. Check yourself. Because I have been wrong on this before, and it's always divine because it makes sense, but you all have called me out. I don't think it's happened with Sagittarius. It's just been a couple times. But anyway, 1 and 3 is 4. And 4 in numerology is about foundation, structure, stability. And so I was just talking about that a minute ago through one of these cards. And since your first card is such a airy fairy, she does have little fairies around her and around her ears. I feel like the universe is saying, hey, just, do some grounding, make sure you're being practical, see which cup is right for you, which emotion, which person, which proposition is the best for you. And if you don't know yourself, feel free to get some advice from someone who is a good friend or someone that you can rely on to help you out and to help you see through the things that you need to get to the final resolve card. I'm so into cards. Okay, so what the 13 in the major arcana cards matches is the same as the death card. I call it the transformation because I don't like the word death. It rarely signifies that anyone's dying. It signifies transformation. So it feels like a lot of you Sagittarians are moving through your emotions. You're transforming because of this. You're moving into a lighter space. This space. There's a turning point in your life. You're creating positive changes. Let meditation, if you can, or whether that means just having a few moments of peace and quiet. It might mean listening to music. It might mean sitting out in nature, but let that sort of ground you because there's some call for that.